Hey there everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. It's time to go back to the year 2016. Now, I've already said the negative stuff that happened during that year while I was blogging Labyrinth, but I neglected from talking about the good things that happened. For example, Disney was on a roll during that year with films like Zootopia, Moana, Finding Dory, Captain America 3 Civil War, and the Jungle Book remake. Plus, it was also the year of animated animal movies. Aside from really bad ones like Ice Age 5, the Angry Birds movie, and North of the North, my favorites were The Secret Life of Pets, Storks, and Kung Fu Panda 3. But today, I'd like to blog an animated animal movie that just happened to be the final animated animal movie of 2016. So, let's get started. Released on December 21st, 2016, the movie is Sing! Now let's get started. In a city of humanoid animals, Buster Moon, a dapper koala, presides over a once grand theater that has fallen on hard times. Buster may be an eternal optimist, but he loves his theater above all and will do anything to preserve it. Facing the crumbling of his life's ambition, he takes one final chance to restore his fading jewel to its former glory by producing the world's greatest singing competition. So, what are my thoughts on the movie? Well, for being the final animated film of 2016, this movie was an absolute hit and deserves a standing ovation. But in order to fully explain why I love this movie, let's move on to Mustang notes. In January 2014, it was announced that Garth Jennings would write and direct an animated comedy movie for Universal Pictures and Illumination Entertainment about courage, competition, and carrying a tune, which was originally titled Lunch, but then retitled as Sing. Chris Meledandri and Janet Healy produced the movie. Now, to me, Illumination did great with the animation. Plus, I've noticed that there are more animal species than Zootopia had. Let me explain. You see, all the animals that were in Zootopia were mammals, which excluded species like birds, reptiles, monkeys, insects, dogs, cats, and fish. Also, the humor in this movie is pretty good too, though sometimes a bit mature for children, though. There are also some parts that were interesting. For example, most of the main characters go through a series of problems, like finance, family, etc. But there is one scene in the film that is very intense, and that was when Buster's theater collapses after a big water incident. Now, I'd hate to quote another blogger, but someone should definitely use a huge amount of water the next time Michael Bay makes another movie. Now, I've also learned that this film features 65 pop songs, the rights to which cost 15% of the film's $75 million budget. Man. Now, some of my favorite songs in this film are Gimme Some Lovin', Kissed by a Rose, Bad Romance, Jump, Lollipop, Ride Like the Wind, Call Me Maybe, Under Pressure, Kira Kira Killer, and Venus. Anyway, now that we're done with Mustang notes, let's move on to the cast. Our main lead, Buster Moon, is voiced by Matthew McConaughey, who previously voiced Beetle in Kubo and the Two Strings. Buster is an optimistic koala who plans to save his theater from closure by holding a big singing competition. Buster's friend Eddie is voiced by John C. Reilly, whom I talked about before in my blog of Kong Skull Island. Eddie is a sheep who doubts the future of the theater, but he does make a decent character when it comes to helping Buster with washing cars and being a technician for the show. Next we have Rosita, voiced by Reese Witherspoon, best known from the Legally Blonde movies. But I know her best as Ginormica from Monsters vs. Aliens. Rosita is a pig who gave up her teenage music dreams to become a devoted wife to her husband Norman and a mother to her 25 piglets. However, I think Rosita is a hardworking character. Plus, my favorite scenes that she's involved with is when she makes all sorts of contraptions around her house and when she dances to Bamboleo in the grocery store. Plus, Reese's singing is wonderful when she sings Firework and Shake It Off. Rosita's partner, Gunter, is voiced by Nick Kroll, who has been in Vacation, Sausage Party, and he'll be in the upcoming Captain Underpants movie, which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, Gunter may seem a tad eccentric due to him being a flamboyant pig, but his dancing is very feisty. Next up is Mike, voiced by Seth MacFarlane. Now, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to MacFarlane's acting. No surprise, since he's created a really raunchy cartoon that has offended so many people over the years, and one that I despise with a vengeance. Anyway, Mike is a little white mouse with a big Frank Sinatra-style voice and an arrogant attitude. Now, I may not like Mike that much compared to the other animals, not just from his attitude, but he also has been getting into trouble with 3 gangster bears. But in my opinion, his singing is classic when he does songs like Pennies from Heaven and My Way. Also, am I the only one who thinks that his girlfriend Nancy looks like Miss Bianca from The Rescuers? Maybe. I don't know. Next we have Ash, a teenage porcupine and punk rocker voiced by Scarlett Johansson, who has been in such stinkers like North and Lucy. But I do like her acting in the SpongeBob movie and the Jungle Book remake. And I can't wait to see her performance in Ghost in the Shell. Anyway, in this movie, Ash takes part in an alternative rock music duo with her boyfriend Lance, who later cheats on her. What I like about Ash is her pride and rebellious streak. However, this may be a little bit off topic, but there's only one person I know who is a true, genuine rock star. And that person is Anna Young of Thrift. Anyway, back to Ash. Despite her rocker rebellious image, she's not made of stone. In fact, she's shown to have compassion and support for her friends. And she's determined to perform and show the world her passion and spirit while singing Set It All Free. Next is Mina, voiced by Tori Kelly. Mina is a teenage elephant with an exquisite voice and severe stage fright. Now, I love Mina because Her stage fright reminds me of myself before I joined choir in 2000. Plus, I think her singing voice is absolutely amazing when she sings songs like Hallelujah and Don't You Worry About a Thing. Finally, we have Johnny, voiced by Taron Egerton. Johnny is a teenage gorilla who wants to sing, though his father wants him to follow his criminal footsteps. I think Johnny is another great character, and I support his reason to not be a criminal like his father. I also think Johnny does great when playing the piano, and when he sings Stay With Me and I'm Still Standing. And now, let's move on to my final words. Overall, for being the final animated animal movie of 2016, Sing is a musical masterpiece. The animation by Illumination is fantastic, the characters are fun, zany, and relatable, and the songs are fun to listen and sing along to. So, if you're a die-hard musical fan like me, or if you like the other films that Illumination has done over the years, or some of the other animated animal films of 2016, then give this movie a watch. I guarantee you that you and your family will love it. So, with that said, I am proud to award this movie with the highest rating of 100%. Well, that's all for today, everybody. Be sure to join me on April 1st, where you'll see me blog a movie that I consider the funniest from my childhood. Mustang Power!